no, the membership prices are increased, free, riot, blah. And what if I tell you it's actually not as bad and it makes perfect sense that they're doing this? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on guys? My name's Chevelle here and today we're going to be talking about yet another controversial topic. Yes, my channel is starting to become just controversial topics. Trust me, there will be actual good content coming in the future, but for now it is something we need to talk about, and that is the increase in membership prices and just prices in general with everything RuneScape related all across the board. Before we get into it though, I want to give a huge shout out to my Twitch chat because we were talking about this. 4947, I think his name is, brought it up in Twitch chat, and he asked my opinion on it. I was like, you know what, I should make a video on it, and then I realized I should just make it now. So shout out to my Twitch chat. I'm still streaming right now. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like, join in with the conversation in the comment section down below as well, but please hear me out on this one before start commenting, oh yeah, it's bad, price increase, repay money, bad. No, like seriously, just hear me out because there's actually a logical explanation for it and it makes more than perfect sense. And yes, I already see some comments coming saying like, oh yeah, you're just sucking off Jagex, blah 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 blah, you're always trying to defend them and this, that, and sure, whatever, just click off now, bro, because you're not gonna like what I have to say. If you don't have an open mind, don't watch it. Subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, let's actually get into it. So what is the issue at hand? So I will put a table on screen right now of all the membership increases and just the price increases in general when it comes to RuneScape 3. It also, obviously, the membership prices and the bond price increases also is for old school RuneScape, but I'm pretty sure the most people that watch this video are watching this for R3 content. So, hi. And obviously YouTube is, and well, not YouTube, just everyone is reading about it, and it's, you know, always one of the things where I'm like, is it actually that bad? Because obviously on first sight, it's never good that price increase because, you know, we all live in a difficult time right now in the world, and, you know, you might be struggling with money, and that extra like $1.15 price increase might just be just about too much for you to actually afford, which it might sound like I'm saying that sarcastically, but I genuinely mean that. That could literally just be just too much for someone to afford. And that is really sad, but I do want to say that if you are a member right now, your price will stay the same as it is right now as long as you don't lose your membership for more than 14 days. So just keep that in mind. It's a bit of a meh thing if you think about it because, you know, you will have to continue on your membership before those 14 days because otherwise you're screwed. But hey, oh, this is what it is. I guess they're doing a service to players that are already member, but another thing to point out as well is they removed the 3-month package. I don't know if people were buying it. I always bought a year during Premier Club, which is also now the standard 1-year package. You will always get Premier Club for a year subscription all year around. So I would assume that if Premier Club would come around, so like around Christmas time, they would just give us a discount on membership maybe. But I don't know, like that is something the future needs to tell, but that's what I'm assuming that Premier Club now will be. Like Premier Club in wintertime will just be a discount to, in my case, from 70 euros to 60 euros, which if you really think about it, 60 euros a year for a game. Like I used to buy Call of Duty every single year, so that's 60 euros a year as well for a new game. So that isn't really that expensive for a game that gives that much content as RuneScape does, and obviously you get good updates, well, usually decent updates throughout the year, and that's also debatable. But the statement that they gave is probably the thing that people get most upset about. The statement is as follows: in the last 4 years, we've seen rising development costs, inflationary prices globally, fluctuating between international currencies. Today's changes reflect this. As always, we're committed to providing the best value for your membership with meaningful content updates and improvement to our services. I think the last sentence is what people get upset, but let's just tackle the inflation thing for a second, because that is probably a very interesting thing to point out, and that's, you know, the thing that makes most sense to increase it. Like if you just say it's from inflationary a point of view of inflation, then it actually makes sense, because we did some research on stream, and it has to do with two things. So first things first, the player numbers have been dropping over the last 4 years. Obviously we had a rise last year with the Golden Party ad event and maybe with Elder God Wars, but overall the average player base for a year is dropping. So that means that there are less players just playing on average, so they need to get more money from the average player, which makes perfect sense to me. But that is not even the thing as well. It's mainly the inflation. So As I said, shout out to 490 in my Twitch chat. He said the best comparison I can make to this cost is the housing in the UK, which is the biggest expense for UK resident. It rose over 19% in inflation according to the house price index from June 2018 to February 2022. So a 4-year span, which 4 years ago was the last price increase for the membership with RuneScape as well. If you compare that to the current membership price increase over the last 4 years, that is only 14%. So that last 5% is not even made up. And why we're pointing this out is Jagex is a company that is based in the UK. So all the people that work for Jagex live in the UK. So obviously they need to pay their employees. And another thing that kind of adds into it and might just be because of the pandemic or because they had a good year, but Jagex had their best year, or one of their best years financially last year, and made more profit. So why not have more profit coming from the profit cut to the employees? Which, I don't know, it's just how companies run, I guess. I don't know how that exactly works. I'm no business major. That's the same with like my uni fees, for example. Like my uni fees weren't going to the teachers, they were going to the upkeep of the building. But there were like 6,000 or 8,000 people in my uni paying like 2,000 a year, which makes it like 14 million for upkeep for a uni. That makes no sense, but that apparently was how money is spent. So there has to be something when it comes to profit things that I just don't understand. I don't know. Maybe someone can point it out, but hey, but as I said, the thing that I think most people get upset about the most is that last sentence in that statement being, as always, we're committed to providing the best value for your membership with meaningful content updates and improvement to our services. When it comes to RuneScape 3, I'm not going to tackle old school RuneScape, but when it comes to RuneScape 3, the last year, so 2021, was an incredible year. Of course, we had the account lockout, but that is not something they intended. That is just something that happened. There's nothing they could do about it. That was just a mistake. Things happen, bro. Like, they're humans working on a game, and it's a game that's been around for more than 20 years. Like, it sucks, but these things happen, and yes, they might have been able to prevent it, but it happened. Like, just accept it, okay? Besides that, we had the Elder God Wars release with, I think we got the quest as well. Xenunder's quest was last year as well, I'm pretty sure. But we got the Elder God Wars quest release, which, bosses release, which are incredible, in my opinion. And I had an amazing time playing last year. I got properly back into RuneScape last year, and just in general, we got great updates, and the Party Hat event was incredible as well. And you know, the Green Santa, even though it was very predatory when it came to microtransactions, I do think it was a good event still. I enjoyed it with the wrapping paper. The rates were just not good, and it was very predatory when it came to MTX. But that's a topic for a whole different video. I might actually make a video on MTX and the recent MTX controversy as well, but yet again, have an eye out for that as well. But why I'm pointing this out is 2021 was a good year, so you could say that statement applies to that as well. But this year we started off with Heads Oasis, and we had the Extinction quest, which the quest itself was really good, but the reward was very underwhelming. And people are probably saying that, you know, it's a thing called recency bias. Recency bias pretty much meaning that if you do look at something, you usually look at the things that came out recently. You tend to not really look at all the amazing content we got last year. You just focus on the kind of mediocre content we got at the first quarter of this year. And it makes sense. But overall, in the last 4 years, we have had good content, in my opinion. We had the mining and smithing rework. We had archaeology. We had great content and quests as well over the last 4 years. So you could say that that statement is good, but yet again, they can always do better, and Jagex can improve on so many things when it comes to that, and transparency with that is definitely a thing as well. So I'm not saying it's a good thing and that statement is fully true, that they are actually improving. I think they can improve more, and they can do better on a lot of things, especially transparency, and especially when it comes to MTX transparency. Like the Green Santa Hat event, for example, like in general, like they said that they wouldn't come from Treasure Hunter, you could only get wrapping paper, and then they had it from Treasure Hunter, which directly from Treasure Hunter obviously being, which is just very predatory, and that is bad communication. It's a Treasure Hunter thing, but just in general, like if you say that you're going to spend the money more meaningfully, just, you don't have to say exactly what you're spending the money on, but, you know, at least say like, oh, you're gonna get more bosses, or oh, you're gonna get more bigger updates or medium updates, or you're gonna get this, or you're gonna get more quality or bigger quality of life updates. Just give us an indication, not something vague like, oh, you're just gonna get more meaningful content updates. Like, what does that mean? You know, like, that is the problem. Like, they need to work on the transparency. So, yeah, it's not as bad as it looked on first sight, guys. Come on, like, calm down, calm your titties. It is not that bad. But, yeah, I just wanted to make a video about it. Just give my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Be reasonable. Be smart about it. I will ban any toxic comments, by the way. So, don't even think about it. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new. More videos to come. My name is Velric, and I'll see you guys in my next video.